What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Dreamin', so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, let's talk about how much DEC is actually getting burned by the LPs. And now keep in mind that this is just a rough estimate, and I'm just going for a snapshot in time because we don't have the full 30 days of activity, right? This thing has not been out for 30 days. It hasn't even been 2 weeks. And so just finding, just trying to get the average across however many days it's been out would probably be a little bit more difficult. So just to keep this easy, I'm going to do the 24-hour trade activity. And when we get to 30 days, maybe we can come back and revisit this. So all I did, and I did the math off screen here, but you can go and double check me. You can see in terms of trade activity how much was used in terms of both grain and DEC, or we'll just say the respective resource and DEC, right? So in this case, it was like 8.2 million grain over the past 24 hours, and then 772,000 DEC. So all I did was take all of these four DEC numbers, right? So 772,000 for grain, 476,000 for wood, 898,000 for stone, and 561,000 for iron, add them up, and then multiply that by 5%, right? Take 5% of that, because keep in mind 10% is the fee, and 5% is what gets burned. The other 5% goes back into the pool. And I already know, like, since we have both grain and DEC in this mix, we're only looking at the DEC side, right? Obviously, we're burning an equal amount of grain when it comes to that or any of the other resources, but we're just focused on DEC. So 5% of that, I'm looking at it right now, should come out to about 135,000. Not crazy amounts, and obviously probably, I mean, it's bigger than it probably used to be before when it was just grain. I wish we could have a snapshot of that, or I might have to go back into an older video. But there's obviously a lot more market activity happening now. I mean, just volume across each of these pools is over $2,000, maybe $2,500, right? So we're seeing a lot more volume, a lot more activity, a lot more DEC is starting to get burned. Obviously, we'll have to see that volume pick up over time, but if we've raised our kind of baseline DEC burn by another 135,000 and hopefully increasing that in the future, it's a positive thing, right? Again, if I multiply this by 365, all of a sudden we're burning another 50 million DEC per year. So it's not insignificant in a grander scale, right? 50 million DEC is not chump change. That's a decent amount. It actually comes out to 49.4. But just where we're at right now, I would love to see this push up into the 500,000 or even million range, where all of a sudden now these land pools, right, the volume and trading volume on these land pools is burning like literally millions of DEC, or 100,000 DEC, maybe even a million DEC per day. And that would mean hundreds of millions of DEC getting burned simply from land LP usage and swaps over the course of an entire year. That would be really exciting, because that's what I'm talking about with this long-term flywheel effect, right? Where we're just passively getting rid of DEC, burning DEC through the game, and people will just need to mint it for by burning SPS at some point in the future. So that's really all I had for you guys in this video. Just wanted to share those numbers. Again, on the whole, land is still lagging behind, or sorry, I should say that the LPs are still lagging behind just a little bit in terms of, we're only at 4,000 in terms of like total USD for iron, 3,700 for stone, 2,200 for wood. But everything, pales in comparison to 65,000 for grain. So obviously we want to start to see all of those soak up more DEC off the board, right? More DEC off the marketplace. And if you watch my recent video from probably maybe the video that's going to come out right before this with the land update from Cryptomancer for this week, we know that there is research utility coming, and the time frame that they're trying to shoot for, again, not confirmed, but the time frame that they're trying to shoot for is Conclave Arcana, which should be coming at some point within the next 2 months. Because keep in mind, April is the time frame that they are planning to launch the pre-sale, and then the set actually would come out sometime in May. And I'm recording this, in the final week of March here. So within the next 2 months, probably less than 2 months, ideally is what we're looking at. But we have not heard anything about when the pre-sale is going to go live. My guess is if we haven't heard by now, it's probably not going to be on the 4/2 or the April 2nd maintenance window. It'll probably end up being mid-April, just to give the team a little bit more time. And as you can tell, maybe from even Cryptomancer's land post, the last video that I put out, they're probably trying to give themselves as much buffer room as possible and push it back as much as possible. That way they can include certain things that might be, still in the pipeline. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.